Yeah, I'll take it because the other guy's got the sniper rifle and the PKM, the RPK, sorry, that exploded. So I better take this. At least I've got plenty of ammunition for it. What's the condition like? Condition's very good, almost 100%, so that's good. It's not a bad weapon either, so... How peculiar.
Ровно в 8:00, и вы слушаете модное радио. Хочу вас предупредить, что с вами диджей Гена Шухер. И сейчас мы будем слушать один из последних шлягеров Маши Зельбердович. «Мама, я залетела».
Правда, хорош, чем хочешь. Они ушли вечером, надо.
Ты никогда не бывал в нашем городе светлом, над вечерней рекой, и мечтал до зари, с друзьями ты не бродил по широким проспектам, значит, ты не видал лучший город земли. Осень плывет, сердце поет, эти слова о тебе,
Hello and welcome back to S.T.A.L.K.E.R OGSE. So the last video, I was given the quest, let's take a look at the PDAs per usual. Owner of the Dead City, is that the one? Find the bodies of the scientists and read the data on their PDAs. Find the Den of the Master, that was it. So yeah, I've got to do this here. I think that's a side quest of some kind, I think. So yeah, this is the next bit. So back to the heart of the Dead City. And we need to try and we can come back and sleep there if it gets if we get no any results. But it's 20 to 8 in the morning here, so we've got until I can't remember what they said. Was it 9 PM? You had to be back before they shut the doors. So let's see if I can unfathom some mysteries of the Dead City. One thing I did notice was that the Snorks don't seem to be as intent on attacking you as they normally are. Quite a bit less, actually, it seems. Whether that's done for balancing purposes, I don't know. Right, I've got no idea where to start, so I'm probably going to begin here. Most mods that I've played the Dead City, when I've played the Dead City in most mods, it's been dead. There's been no one around, or hardly anything, really. But this has been quite the opposite. Now, there looks to be an anomalous bolt in the corner. Let's take that. Yeah, I couldn't get that repaired at the... what's it called? Back at the safekeeping place where the other stalkers were. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'll drop that, actually. That's quite heavy. That's a controller hand. I'll drop those as well, although they're very light. Just collecting the anomalous bolts for a side quest back at the bar. I think you need 30 bolts. I've got 15, so halfway there. Ah, interesting. Nothing quite like going up high to get a vantage point. Really do wish I had my sniper rifle, but the person that I rescued decided he wanted to charge me for it. That looks to be another one of these... I forget what the quest was called now. Formerly a kitchen utensil, turned into an incomprehensible substance that lights up and levitates. Ah, that's it, yeah, definitely a subject of interest for scientists. And the... Not seen one of these before. Ah, telepathy, that is very handy. An artifact which warns about a surge if worn on the belt, also gives slight side protection. Yeah, they give 10% telepathy. I think these are worth keeping on, particularly in an area like this. Take that off. Possibly put the anti-electricity one on. Find the rest of the anomalous household items. I think that's what these are, so not sure how many there are. I found one further back near where the resting place was, where the safekeeping place was. Now, if I can take out a few enemies close by, then I'm all for it, but what's probably going to happen is that it'll kick off. It's during the day, of course, so there's not as... Just saw one there. There's not quite as many enemies around, but there's still loads compared to normal. Let's just... say try and avoid attracting too much attention. He says, "There's bloody loads of them." They all start to come out the woodwork. I've got a lot of this ammo. I don't know if I... Ah! I'll take a look at that in a minute. That is very useful. Medkits. Alright, this is very, very much appreciated. Right, I don't know what the hell's going on there. Right, I am overweight, aren't I? So... Just drop the detector for a moment. Yeah, I've got... That's what's lying over there. A couple of those suits. I might drop this. I don't know. I don't really want to start dropping ammo. That's the thing. I haven't got... Yeah, I'm keeping this gun because that's so weak. Although still usable. I think it might make sense temporarily to leave a suit over here, I think. Because they are quite heavy. Huh. Vodka. Right, let's drop that. How much weight does that free up? About 10 kilos. Yeah, they just react to the sound of the gunfire. Probably on another level. If it's as bad as this during the day, what it's like at night, I dread to think. sounds like it's getting closer. You've got to be quite thorough, that's the thing. You need to look around. Otherwise, you're asking for trouble, really. Need every bit of help we can get. So I probably will end up editing quite ruthlessly, as I sometimes do. And cutting out anything, really, that's vaguely repetitive. You can't open these ones by the looks of it. Right, is there anything here that I need desperately? And I think the answer's probably going to be no. I think I've got one of those, ASM2M. Yeah, I've already got one. They're probably worth a fair bit, though. Oh, not really. Are they all the same? That one looks like it's different, but maybe it's just a different angle, maybe. Different position. It's one just walking along. Ah, interesting. I've never been down, I don't think, one of these before in this area. It's quite a good idea to include this sort of extra bits on these maps. Right. Can you get anywhere? Can't go further in that direction, although I might be able to get over there. Oh yeah, just when I think you can go a bit further, you're restricted, which is a bit of a shame, but I suppose you could come in here if you were desperate to get away from the enemies. But it would be nice to think that they had enlarged on it a bit further. But, oh well, looks like they have. So painful making your way through the... making any progress, that's the problem. Well, at least the water appears to be, you know, fairly normal. Ah, it leads into other areas. Apologies for any keyboard clicks that you may hear. I use the shift key when I'm trying to do a low crouch, very low crouch. But I've got my software set up so that it doesn't really pick up much in the way of clicks anymore. Those days seem to be gone, but which is a good thing. But if it's quite loud, like that particular key when it's pressed, I can't do much about it. I could change the key, of course. But I don't tend to. Right, so this has brought me up to somewhere locally. Right, so that's where I was. It's over here then. Certainly quite atmospheric in this area, the Dead City. It's one of those places I've read about in various guides and things, but when I've experienced it in other mods, it's been somewhat disappointing. Never really lived up to what I thought it could be, but this is probably the best version I've seen in any mod so far, so that's worthy of praise in itself. I think, yeah, we've got enemies here. Makes a lot of noise, but you never know. If it clears something out behind it, then I'm all for it. I'm sure it's going to heat up later anyway. Yeah, sadly I'm not finding much in the way of good quality weapons around. Good conditioned weapons anyway. Ghost stuff. Information about stash in X16. That was really freaky. That fire just suddenly starting up on its own. Hang on a sec, I can repair this with the kit, can't I? Which one? Right, if I... That one there, if I use... Okay, I've improved the condition. Not bad. I might switch to the RPK actually for the moment. I better change the ammo though. More likely to come up against armoured targets, I think, at the moment. Right, so can we go up further? I think we can. Better check these places as well. I think that's about it. Got to give the mod props for allowing you to, you know, slow down the speed of the day with the time. I think it's 8:19 there, and I think every minute that goes by equates to, I think it's twice as fast as our own time. So that's really good, because normally it goes like, you know, much faster than that. Right, it says it's locked, but I'm taking... Am I taking stuff? Or maybe that's that. No, apparently I've done magic. You found part of the triangulation data on the scientist PDA. Right, that's as high as we can go in this building. It's quite a large area, this, so I don't really know... where to start. But this was the first one I came to, so I guess we'll go in this direction. Take it there's nothing on the PDA map that should give me a clue. No. That's probably where one of those tunnels that I went in. I can't believe it would be a Ah, hang on a minute. What's that? That looks like a person lying down. I was wrong then. S.T.A.L.K.E.R or Sky. No, nothing on him, surprisingly. I thought there'd be something on him. Yeah, no point really going up there. I'm going to go back up to the surface anyway. I don't really want to come up and not be quite sure where I am. Be surrounded by zombies or something. Be great if I could find another one of these and then repair that, because sadly there's no repairing of armour back at that place, which is a real pain in the neck. Right, we've got that funny music, that sound, so that's suggesting that there's a controller nearby. So I better save, because I haven't saved since I started the recording, which is really dangerous, as is being shot. Yeah, it might pay me to move upstairs and let them come to me. I remember walking around a lot of this sort of thing in, what's it called? I did a non-commentated mod ages ago, Oblivion Lost 3.1. So long ago I can barely remember it. But there was a lot of this sort of thing. Better reload just in case. I can't remember if I've just been here. I think I have. Just gets to look so much like everything else. God, that was a good shot. Right, am I going around in circles yet again? I think so. In a way, it's quite good actually that some of these are blocked off, because You'd be here forever looking around at some of these rooms and corridors. It just looks almost exactly the same. As it would do if it was stripped bare. God, it's like a rabbit warren. Yeah, as I was saying, in Oblivion Lost 3.1, I was having to find these fragments that were part of I forget what it was, they were called fragments. And there were about 8 or 9 of them. And you had to find them in places like this, and it was quite a bit monotonous actually. It was okay though. But editing the footage was very boring because there was no commentary. So I was glad when that series was finished, really. Although I did enjoy it overall. Right, that's this building sorted by the looks of it. I better make a hard save just for safety. Yeah, if you play S.T.A.L.K.E.R, particularly heavily modded games, do make sure that you make a hard save now and again. Because it's been known for the quick save to not work out right. People lose a lot of progress. Yeah, alright, it's not in good enough condition. I didn't think it would be, but worth a try. Taking a gamble just looting out in the open like this really are, but what else can I do? And here another one, I think. Shit. Might pay me to use the S.T.A.L.K.E.R for a bit, actually. Because they tend to go down quite easily with the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, as long as you're not too far away, of course. I'm just going to go back and check. I can't recall quite where I got to with this guy. I think I looted him, yeah. Go down, go down. What you don't really want in an area like this is lots of respawning enemies. That's something that I think, for me at least, it's more of a no-no. Depends on the game, it depends how it's balanced, but for me, respawning enemies, it can work well, it can work badly. Wow. That looks like a spatial anomaly. What the hell's that? I'm not going to go to that just yet. I'm going to look at this place first. Come to think of it. Jesus wept. I don't know if you're as surprised as me, but I was just about to say that on the other building, I hadn't gone to all the exits, so I probably have to go back and go to another exit, another entrance in the first building. Right, back in a mo. Yeah, so let's go along here. So I went through there, but I didn't go along here. Oh, it might not be open. Oh, it is open. Kind of got used to the Doom 3 sounds. I don't mind too much, but sometimes in some mods, if it's overused, like the fear sounds and stuff, it gets a bit doesn't quite do it for my tastes. But this is all right. I'm gonna go fairly quickly through these sort of rooms for obvious reasons. Try not to go too fast that I miss anything. Yeah, I'm going so fast that I might end up getting turned around where I am. Ah! Is that a... Look, that looks like a... Yeah, another kitchen utensil. Okay, that looks like this whole building on this side anyway is done. Bloody hell. Sounds like they're close by. I might, when I get a moment, it's just to repair. I can't do it right now, it's too dangerous. Just gonna have to stand here for a bit. You can sort of hop up the stairs even though I've got no stamina. It sounds like he's doing like a Sergeant Major kind of quick march. Almost saying left, right, left, right. Oh, I can't repair, no need to repair that, so that might be able to be used as a repair item, but it's going to have to wait. Bloody hell, there's loads of them. I don't think that's the end of them either. Cache for Expedition 1. Information about stash at Yantar. It's a lot of stuff that's been applied to this mod. The more I play it, the more it's surprising me about just how much depth and complexity there is to it. Very impressive. Might have already looted this shotguns, but just in case I've missed something. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, there's a controller. Right, okay, at least I just suddenly saw it in the distance. It was too late, but I managed to get back here. Luckily, he hasn't done much damage to me. Oh, I think he's going away. Yeah, it's a bit too far. S.T.A.L.K.E.R, that's a bit ridiculous. That's probably not far off, but that's nowhere near. Oh, leave him be. Just about to do the attack there, and I managed to get out of the way. Just wondering whether you can use that to repair that. No. Yeah, it might be better to use this. Does more damage anyway than the RPK. Not too sure whether that was anywhere near him. They're not, the enemies in this mod aren't overpowered actually, generally speaking, which is good. Because I don't like that. But there tends to be more of them. So it's kind of, you know, you got to weigh it up really. That's another scientific radioactive kitchen related utensil or something. I think it was a bottle. Yeah, they take a long time. What sort of condition is that in? Oh, that's in poor condition.
Медикаментов для устранения